Hi guys, let us see why we need to draw the charts here in Alteryx instead of Excel, and then how to do it in Alteryx as well. So you can see here, this is just a pivot table by by top customers and others, and then over the years, and then we need to draw this table in Excel or in whatever into the chart. Okay, so this is the first chart. So you can draw a bar chart and as well. So this one the second chart, and then so on. So well, it just like you select the chart, you select the numbers, and then you can draw in Excel already, and then you have the chart. But then I wouldn't do that in Excel because first of all, in Excel, if you draw a chart, you can draw one of them only. That's the first. If you want to frame them, then you have to manually resize them, and then you can yeah, you can place them next to each other. So that's the only way you can do that in Excel. If you want, if you change your mind, or you change your presentation from the long mode to the short mode. For example, if you want to put the all the chart at the bottom, four of them at the bottom, which is the long mode, and then you need to change to reframe the whole thing, and then you go back to square mode, which is like for 2 by 2, and then you have to reframe again. So it depends. If you want to retarget your chart into different mode in PowerPoint, then you have to do it again. So that's the reason why we don't need to do it in Excel, uh, in in Excel instead of Alteryx. So let me show you how to do it in Alteryx in here. So this is the input. So you can see the input here as well. So in Alteryx, you need to first thing you need to regularize the chart like this. You cannot like Vietnam here and then the rest is 0. So we just fill it down a little bit, and then you can have Vietnam here all the way, and then Singapore, and then we don't need, actually we don't need to get to draw the empty. So we get rid of the empty one, and then you look, you see that as of now the data is very regular like this. Okay, so after this, and then you can just collapse all the years here into the one place like this, and so it will be easier for you to draw in Alteryx, and then you just need to trim the values a little bit because there are some non-empty or blanks characters in the value, so you trim the value a little bit, and then eventually you rename the value to have the chat type, which is by market, just fill by customer, and then the fy for the position of the bars, and then the values for the height of the bar. Okay, so that's all from here. So the transformation is very easy. If you are familiar to Alteryx already, then this one is very straightforward. Now, in here, I will show you draw many of them at the same time, not one of them, many of them. So in the first place, I want to draw the bars, in this case, the stack bars, and I use the same data set. And then I can enter to the other one, which is the full bar chart in the not one. And I name you can see here, after you run the workflow, you can name the chart in the way you want. So you see the data, the source is from the chart one CSV, and then uh, the target is the chart one and bars. And then the second one, you can have the same source as well, but then the chart is full in this case. So you have the chart number 2, and then the expression here, you can see the expression from this to this, and then the width, the height, and then use the full bar function to draw. This one is to use the bar function to draw. Now in this case, I don't draw one of them, I draw 4 of them at the same time. So if you in Excel, you have to do it 4 times But this one you can they can draw for you already, and then in the different ways. And then in this case, I actually use the tricky bar frame. So in this frame case, I just draw the bars and then I frame them all together. Okay, so after this, if you run through the drawing function in Alteryx, and then you can just have this bar already. So this one, you have the first case, which is this picture, chart one bar, and then you have this bar, stack bar chart. If you go to the second row, you have the same thing, but then it will draw by the full bar for you. So this one is a 100% bar chart. And then in the third one is the Indonesian only, but then it will frame the full the the full bar, the stack bar, and then the dot or the cluster bar all together. Same thing with Vietnam, Malaysia, and then Singapore as well, and then Vietnam. So this one is like very easy process, and then they draw everything for you already. And then if you don't want to to draw one of them, you can get rid. So let me show you how to get rid of the one of the market with the so in this case, we have four, right? Four market, right? Uh, Indonesia, Malaysia. So assuming that the client or anybody doesn't want one of the market and they want to remove from the list. Okay, so I let us start to remove the first one, because the first one, if you remove in here, the first one is the most dangerous one because you have to reframe almost like everything else. But then I will show you that it doesn't matter. In Outreach, it doesn't matter. It will do this. It will be the same thing. You don't have to reframe the whole thing. Okay, let me show you how to do it in here by mm, uh, removing the mm, Thai not the same as Indonesia, which is the first country or the first market. Okay, so the whole thing will be drawn again. Every chart will be drawn again, and then you can see here there's no Malaysia anymore in the result. In the chart here, no Indonesia, and then in the result you can also see everything else is okay. So in here you can see they draw all the charts for you, but the reframe Indonesia already no more Indonesia. And then in this frame, if you draw all the frame by Malaysia, Singapore, and then Vietnam, there's no Indonesia in this case. Okay, so you can see it updates all the chart. So in Excel you have to do it one by one. You have to repeat the whole thing again. So now assuming that I want everybody in this case, so I want to add Indonesia back to the process. So I run the whole thing again, and you see here Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, and Vietnam also. And then you see in the chart, Indonesia appear in the first one, and then everybody else will go to the second and the third. And then in here, you can see Indonesia also appear in the result. And then Indonesia is displayed in the three ways. Okay, so guys, so that's how you use Outreach and then to and drawing function in order to draw the chart, and then you don't have to use Excel because you don't you want the elastic frame, or you don't want to reframe every time you have remove one country or one item.